investors and entrepreneurs. This paves way for the creation of new industries, the development of emerging technologies, and generation of high-skilled jobs. In closing, I thank each one of our GIA partners for coming here and also partnering with us for the 26th edition of Bengaluru Tech Summit. Let us embrace our shared future and seize this moment to forge partnerships that transcend borders and bridge gaps. By working together, we can harness the power of technology to build a brighter, more inclusive and a sustainable world for generations to come. Like we said earlier, let's together break boundaries for a better world. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you.
We've recently had a trade agreement between Australia and India that is now in force, so it's really facilitating that business-to-business cooperation. So I'll be looking to attract businesses to come with us. I take away one very clear message, Secretary, you made, which is a diversity in a delegation. I think that's a point very well made. We are showcasing our business and technology capabilities, but we're also showcasing a modern and diverse Australia. So we'll be looking for a delegation that represents modern Australia as well. So that's a point we made, we'll certainly take that away. But for now, I think I'd like to say thank you for such a comprehensive outline, an extraordinary amount of work to get to the launch point today. We'll take away a lot of good ideas and very much look forward to being present at BTS, so thank you.
This is a critical innovation platform that will assist in strengthening the bilateral relationship between the of Karnataka, further enriching and broadening the broad range of commercial opportunities that exist between Canadian and Indian technology companies. Last year, we brought 7 companies in a delegation of 7 digital health-focused companies to the 25th edition of the Bangalore Tech Summit, which served as the perfect platform, bringing together experts, entrepreneurs, and visionaries for all of the country. I would like to introduce some of the new residents in the Canadian consulate. So New Brunswick, the province of New Brunswick, is the epicenter of Canada's cybersecurity and a hotbed of innovation for the world-leading solutions and technologies. New Brunswick runs a cyber hatch program, which includes support for companies at all stages, from incubation to acceleration, and from scaling to development. The second one is British Columbia. So the province of British Columbia has more unicorn companies than any other place in Canada. And the province boasts of some of the highest technology sector growth rates in the country. The main city, Vancouver, is the second largest in the world for its virtual and augmented reality sector, trailing only the Bay Area and Silicon Valley. There are over 60 Canadian companies actively doing business in Bangalore alone, most notably in the technology and aerospace sector. Likewise, Indian multinationals headquartered in Karnataka, like Wipro, Infosys, Mphasis, are increasingly attracted to Canada. We estimate that they have close to 40,000 employees so far in Canada. So another notable example of Canadian commercial interest in Karnataka is the Fairfax Holdings, for example, who own the biggest stakeholder in Bangalore Airport and control many of your unicorns. So all this goes to show that Canada is very present in Karnataka. And to conclude,
partner of Karnataka and of the GIA since the very beginning. So we are looking forward to continue to be reviewed all this year. With the wish, of course, to increase even more the interconnections between the companies of India and France in the digital economy. And then I have just briefly three message to deliver to you today. The first is to reaffirm the political their joint statement on July the 14th in Paris this year. Both leaders agreed that promoting digital innovation and startup partnership is a new area of growth that builds on the deep convergence and strong complementarities between our two countries. I would like to add to this that we had seen an increased number of Indian tech companies to attend the Paris Vivatech exhibition last year, but also last June 2023. We expect also more French companies to attend the BTS this year. But the political commitment, it is also visible in the multilateral area. And there, of course, I would like to make a reference to the work done by India as the president of the G20. At a time when innovation and technology are more than ever at the center of our multilateral discussions, following the recent G20 Digital Economic Ministers meeting in Bengaluru a few days ago, it's really time for historic move as the G20 digital ministers and the dynamic and clever Indian presidency reach a landmark consensus.
And showcase our innovation and our different companies. In 2021, when we were still having events on Zoom and online, our then Prime Minister, Naftali Bennett, took part in the inauguration panel. We've also had the pleasure of hosting successful Israeli entrepreneurs and business leaders, such as Gil Shwed, who's the CEO of Checkpoint, and the Vice President of Caur Semiconductors, who spoke of the future of chips and semiconductors and what our two countries, especially in Karnataka, can do together. During BTS, we also always like to take the opportunity to introduce Israeli innovation and innovators. Just during this last edition, when BTS was celebrating 25 years, we brought medtech companies that showcased the cutting edge, and I didn't realize Canada did it too, by the way, cutting edge solutions for the treatment of diseases ranging from breast cancer to joint problems. We even had a company that is working on trying to identify different types of cancer using a patient's breath. All the companies who joined us last year were super impressed by the event itself, with the meetings they had with local companies and local entrepreneurs that were relevant to their fields, and with the different position holders they met, both in the IT/BT department and in the other Karnataka government departments. And in addition to all of the very busy schedule, we also hosted an Israel panel that garnered a lot of attention and interest. And some of the company's most significant contacts came from people who joined us for this panel.
So amazingly, we just had that some days ago when Israel reached the moon with the moon lander, which is an absolute stunning achievement. And I think, you know, it shows where Bangalore is. And that shows also why the world should come to Bangalore and should come to the BTS, and Germany should come here. We just had the digital minister during the G20, and he was so interested that he extended his stay for another 2 days in town, and we had so much, we have seen so many interesting things. We have been at Airbus Disruptive Lab. We have been with a little company, Minus Zero. They invented the first autonomous driving car, 100% made in India. A small team of 30 people, engineers. You were talking about talents. I think that is something where we're also interested in. And where we want our companies, need the talents they need to grow and to grow their presence here in Bangalore. You know, in Bangalore, and I heard what my colleagues were saying, over 200 German companies already are present with their research and development centers, with production, and I'm sure they are all very much interested in taking part at that wonderful event. We have planned already we have some ideas of what we want to do. As you know, Germany is also a federal state like India, so we will have delegations from the federal states. We are in contact with Berlin, which has a historic relationship with Karnataka. We are in contact with North Rhine-Westphalia, you were mentioning it. Also a historic relationship. We have a digital exhibition, which I think would fit very good into that framework. So from that, I believe that we will have a very interesting meetings there. We probably will also have the mayor of Düsseldorf coming here.
Proof that Bengaluru has a lot to offer also to Dutch companies. And in that light, we are very happy that exactly 2 weeks from today, after the G20 summit in Delhi, my Prime Minister is coming to Bengaluru with a big delegation of more than 60 companies out of 90 people in 3 different tracks: medical technologies, sustainable food systems, and key enabling technologies such as robotics, AI, space, semiconductors, and electric mobilities, to also showcase to these Dutch companies what Bengaluru and Karnataka have to offer. And of course, we will take that opportunity with so many Dutch companies interested in India here to highlight again the opportunities that also the Bengaluru Tech Summit offers.
This year too. And as we all know, business exchanges between Japan and India are growing in key areas as AI, fintech, space, and critical cyberspace infrastructure. According to our report of our think tank, Japanese investment to the Indian IT and startup ecosystem has grown by 4 times between 2016 and 2021. The total investment in these fields touched $9.2 billion in the past 20 years as of year 2021. The policy leaders of the 2 countries are also committed to expand this trend. During the visit of Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida to India last year, the leaders of 2 countries focused on the importance of digital technologies and providing opportunities for Indian IT professionals to work in Japan and Japanese companies.
Offer again a chance for Switzerland and for India, hopefully to break boundaries. That's our goal. And as such, we have explored here at the BTS, which was to actually bring 10 cutting-edge startups carefully selected from Switzerland. They come here as part of academia industry training, and the BTS is actually the highlight of this whole program, where they are offered the opportunity to showcase their specific innovations and industry. So we will this year again not just copy the recipe, but try to improve the recipe of last year and try to do it better this way. So again, I think we will again bring those 10 cutting edge in various sectors. The sectors that Switzerland is interested in is also deep tech, ed tech, and otherwise also the things or the technology that are related to sustainability and more of those technologies. So we are very excited and very happy to be associated as a JIA partner as well to this event. And let's hope for more breaking boundaries, and thank you very much.
digital manufacturing, cybersecurity, digital markets, and even fashion and fashion-related tech in terms of smartwatches, digital rings, and so on that you can wear to connect. So we are bringing in a wide range of people to the city. I think with Aero India, Raisina, BTS is probably up there in the top 3 things that the UK feel that we must be represented at that happen in India in any given year. And so that's to your huge credit as organisers. And already this year, as we think about what's happened in Bengaluru, in addition to all those trade delegations, we have 5 ministers here. The Minister for Science, the Minister for Digital Economy, Paul Scully, who met with you, Minister Kharge just last Friday, a Minister for Investment, the Minister for Defence Procurement, and the Chancellor of the Exchequer, all of whom, even if they've been here for G20 reasons, have wanted to spend time in the city to meet businesses, to meet governmental representatives and understand, the heart and the drive of what's happening here.